creating wealth, freedom, and security using real estate investing. This is Get Real Wealthy.
You're watching Get Real Wealthy. Now, this episode, we're talking about the big deal formula. If you like the big deal formula, make sure you go to DurhamREI.com and click on the scoring system. The scoring system is a free tool for you to be able to analyze properties. All right, let's get going. Now, the big deal formula goes like this. B stands for below market value. You want to buy properties that are below market value so that you can have some instant equity. The idea behind this is that you're usually solving some sort of problem either for the owner or because another real estate investor can't solve that problem. For example, in an apartment building, you may be buying rents that are below market value because either other investors or people who are purchasing the property don't know how to be able to increase those rents. So you are buying below market value, you're solving a problem. Okay, maybe in a single family home, it's because the house smells like cat pee, it's harder to sell, and the owner's embarrassed by it, so they're willing to give you a little bit of equity in order to purchase the property quickly and not list it on the MLS. That is a good example of solving a problem for somebody and being able to get something with some equity in it. I stands for income producing property. We want to see cash flow. And we want to see cash flow because cash flow helps us to hold on to an asset. If we can hold on to an asset for a long period of time, we're going to be able to see that hockey stick growth. What happens with a lot of people is that they buy a property and they sell it within a year or two because they get frustrated and they sell it just at the bottom of that hockey stick growth. They're not seeing all the huge growth that happens with real estate investing. So it's something to keep in mind. The next thing that we want to ensure is that we're buying for G. G is good fundamentals. We want to see an area with population that's growing. We want to see an area that has infrastructure investment at the municipal, provincial, or state and federal level. So we want to see that going on in an area. That means that multiple levels of government are investing in that area, which is a good sign that there's potential growth. The next thing we want to see is job diversity. That is a good example of good fundamentals. If you're going into an area that has one type of job, maybe like a mining town, it can be very destructive if that job goes away. And we don't want to have that for the assets that we purchase. It's a very high risk. So we want those good fundamentals. That's the big part. The deal part starts with D. D means the down payment. How are you getting the down payment for your asset purchase? Are you doing it through the use of partners? Are you using it through the use of a line of credit? Are you being able to use it creative financing? Maybe you have bank financing with the seller giving you a vendor take back, or maybe you have a first mortgage vendor take back from a seller. There are lots of different ways to do it. You can decrease the amount of deposit that you are bringing to a purchase by using creative financing. And that helps to increase the amount of return that you can get from that investment. So the down payment is important. E is equity. I want to see you as equity owners of a property. If you are simply getting interest from a private loan, maybe that's what you're doing right now and it's great for income producing strategy, but it's not a wealth producing strategy. So equity is important to have in any deal. A stands for building value to an asset. So we want to see that asset value increase by either repositioning the asset. That could be adding a basement suite, adding a garden suite, Maybe you look at the zoning of the property. It's a single family home, but it's zoned for like a small apartment building. Maybe there's some sort of opportunity for you to be able to add value. So adding value is an important part of the big deal formula. The last one is location. You can do a lot of things to a property, but one of the things you can't do is change the location. So having a key location in a good area of town or a city makes it a lot easier for you to see appreciation and growth in an area. So location is key, and it's something that you want to ensure that you have for every asset that you purchase. Again, the big deal formula. B, below market value. I stands for income producing. G, good fundamentals. D, the down payment. E, equity. A stands for adding value. And L, location. That's the big deal formula. I hope you enjoyed this video with the big deal formula. Please like, subscribe, give us a rating on iTunes and YouTube, and we'll see you on the next episode of Get Real Wealthy.
Make sure to check out GetRealWealthy.com.
Until next time, I'm Quentin D'Souza. Get out there and take action. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are provided for information purposes only and should not be construed as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action.
For more information, go to GetRealWealthy.com.